All right, today was a major, and I mean a major pain in the ass. Started out good, but then I traded less shares, but I traded a lot more stocks. Not something I like to do. I had INTC, MU, and FL. Those dogs kicked my butt. So what happened is, I think DBX was my first trade. I was patient. I waited. I didn't trade anything at the open because I didn't like the pre-market. There were no stocks to trade. I couldn't find anything, so I was waiting to see if something gapped up. I had DBX sell up to this 24 and then show a little weakness that, along with, what do we have here? I went short just basically because the volume had dried up a little bit. Some volume came in, but it's intraday volume. And that whole dollar moving average on the 1 minute, and then getting close to the previous day's close or whatever. Not to close. Yeah, previous day's close. I took it. I said to myself, I'm going to go ahead and take that risk. If it breaks above 24, that's a great stop for me. I would go ahead and get out. As you can see, it never did. At the time this candle was clear up here, I bought it on the way up, obviously. What got me out of this stock was this candle. Yeah, I probably should have stayed in, but it lost VWAP. And I mean, I think it was 93 cents, 95 cents, something like that. All the way down to 68 cents. Pretty decent move. It did come back and test. And I probably should have held for here, but the market was kind of going up, or at least it had lost some points, but was starting to rebound, so I didn't want to hold for low of day because I didn't believe that move could possibly happen, especially based on this right here. A big long pull, typically you'll see maybe a retracement to half the candle, which is where I took my profit. And also, if you're looking, you got a little resistance here, but also support. So I just pretty happy with that move. Didn't want to tempt fate. Again, at VWAP on the 1 minute, a little bit below VWAP on the 5 minute, but again at VWAP on the 15, and it was a 15-minute level of support. So those are important for me. So I went ahead and just ditched it up $250 at that point. Could have walked away, but I did not. Box I was looking at. Hindsight, I probably should have taken it when it whatever. Box I was looking at. Man, that's a big sell-off. But I didn't take it. FL, I did take. Short, stopped out. Short, stopped out. It did. Oh man, now it's probably gonna sell off. Oh, you piece of shit. I am not trading you. You're not going to lure me in. It did sell up to this 43.34, which coincides with what? Nothing. There's no level. I can't find a level. Is it a 5-minute level? Is it a 15-minute level? I got nothing to support this 43.37. I got nothing to support this 43.25. Yeah. So the only thing I could trade was the whole dollar. So I did that. I kind of thought that it would be a red day, based right here, but I thought it would come up test long wick. So I was a little nervous. At least come back to 43.81, which is around VWAP, but it did not. So. But I tried a couple times. What I like about what happened here is, yes, I did go short. I did get stopped out. I did go short. I did get stopped out. But I got stopped out and I executed that. Those are manual stops. And then I walked away from the stock and I found something else to trade. So, and again, MU, that mother, same thing. So what happened to me with MU, I actually went long. I went long right at the 50 for this break on volume, and I think what happened here was I was expecting more or less this move right here up to 84, and or maybe even to, where was I at? Long. Yeah, I was expecting it to bump up to this moving average. You know, eventually it did, but I couldn't make it work. The unfortunate part for me was that because of my tight stop, I did go long, I did get stopped out, long stopped out, long stopped out, long, and then when it pulled back, you know, I've been stopped out 32 million times, and then it did go up and get the 18 cents, but you know, at that point, I'm not going to violate my rules. My stop out is to break the $0.50. Even though I saw this coming, I'm not going to give it all this room down here. So far, limiting my losses has been a wonderful strategy, and it's working great. I'm going to stick to it. I know it's costing me some shares, but I don't care. I don't care if it costs me some commissions. I've been here too many times. I've waded through things too many times and lost my shorts, and then get emotional and just can't trade anymore. So I'm done with that. I'm not doing it anymore. AMD. Let's go to AMD here. So AMD was my 2 candle breakup, and I really am careful with these because I've held them too long and just lost my shorts on those too. So what I saw here was that AMD has sold down. It lost its level and sold down again, came back up above the, you know, this is the first test of that 30, came above it, and I probably chased it a little bit, but I definitely took the reward and got out. Should I have stayed in? Maybe, but let's see why I got out. I got out because, look, it was at this moving average right here in the 1 minute chart. It sold down to my break even, and I've been there so many times. And plus, I just lost on the previous trade, I think, with MU or something. Got my butt kicked somewhere. But anyways, I'm thankful for, you know, I got 7 cents out of it. Yeah, I could have held for 37 and then, you know, had hope for VWAP, but that's not my thing anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm getting to know these stocks and how they trade, and I don't want to be in this tail right here. Break even. I'm not interested in that. So AMD was a quick scalp for me. And why was that level important? It was important because it had some support and resistance right here at this 29.97, 30-ish, something like that. And I think on a 15, no, there's nothing on a 15. So for me, that was good enough, you know, and it had sold off for several days in a row. And right here, actually, this candle affected my psychology because 32.52, 31.91, and I kind of thought that it would rebound from here, and look what it did. So I just didn't want to be involved in that. You know, it's a big candle, and then it could have another big candle down to 29.88 or even 29.60. So hey, whatever. It's Friday. Got out. Probably 29.60 is the level of support. Declining volume. Yeah, it's starting to range trade. And I think at the time the SPY was chopping around, so you know, scalped it, got out of it. No big deal there. NTNX. I heard somebody called out in the chat. Oh man, I screwed the pooch on this one. This has got to be it's profitable, but this has got to be my worst trade of the day. Oh my goodness gracious, what am I doing? So I took this trade at the break of 26 because that coincided with low of day. Some volume. What else drew me to this? Volume, decreasing volume. Son of a gun. God darn it. Why would I get out of that trade? Oh man, Lewis, you are a moron. Okay, whatever. This one's gonna haunt me. I'll be studying this all weekend. So it breaks the low day, breaks the whole dollar, and then it starts selling off. It pulls back because I'd already sold. I got 25.83. Maybe that was like a major level for me, or my profit target, 96, 83, or whatever. And then it comes back, it tests that, and then it breaks again. When it broke again off this 9 moving average with this volume, that would have been an awesome entry. It never tested the stop again, and just look what it does. 61 was my target, and I got out. 61 was my target, and I got out. So, good news is I'm getting strict on my stops. Bad news is I'm not taking profit too long. But that's also a double-edged sword. Again, FL cost me 107. INT said, mother, I'm never trading INTC again. Cost me 67, which I better review that piece of crap. INTC is a bitch to trade. So, went short, added more, stopped out. I don't know what I was thinking. So, it gets above the 9 here, and I add more, and I stop out. Do I stop out twice? What do I do here? Short, add more. Oh, and I stop out a little bit and then stop out more. So the good news is I held my roll 46.02. The bid broke 46.01, and I got out. And I'm glad I did, because look, this thing pumps up to, I should have waited for that, but it pumps up to 47.35 or 46.35. Excuse me, what is this candle telling me? Pumps up to 47.26. Well, I don't see that here anywhere. Oh, okay, that was the higher pre-market. I'm sorry. This thing pumps up to 46.30, and it could go higher. I mean, it's been sold off for quite a while. This is a weekly chart. So, yeah, I called it wrong. Got out. Maybe it's going to go down now. I don't care. I hate this one. My next real successful trade outside of DBX was Current. Current here. Oh, you son of a... I got out too soon again. Oh my gosh. I have got to learn to stay in these longer. So I went short. Took off half right here at this. Went short probably a little early, and I did that because I saw lower lows on the 15. And at this point, it had come back and kind of tested it a little bit, and I said, well, it's selling down. I'm going to go ahead and hop out. There was 0 volume, and look at this volume. It is gone. So I kind of thought, well, it's not trading a whole lot of shares yesterday. Or today it's trading 4.4 million. It's done that before, but it doesn't typically trade a lot of shares. So when the volume dies out, it kind of goes sideways or down. So I was like, okay. I got in, took half off. It sold up to $29.99. Now the bid wasn't there. The bid was $29.88. Sold down. I didn't take profit because I was expecting this move that's doing right now. It pumped back up to $29.88. I didn't have to execute my stop, and then I saw it holding this 9 moving average, and I added more to my short right here. And you're going to go, why? Because the spread tightened up, and I was able to get a good value. And on level 2, he's not here now, but there was a big wall at 30. So I was kind of thinking, that wall might protect me, but if it goes down, then I'm going to have I'll lose $120 is what it's going to happen to me. But my original stop was the break of that 30 on the bid, and the spread was getting kind of vicious at 9 cents. So I was getting a little nervous about that, but it never did violate that 30. I mean, it got to $29.99. The bid got to $29.98. This is really tough to watch. I keep missing these moves. It is killing me. But so I held through. Original stop, comes down, tests it, comes back up. This time though, it does not have any volumes coming in, but it doesn't have any like mucho gusto. It has like some big volume, but a smaller candle and a pullback. So stayed in. It executes my one of my profit targets. My other profit target I was just wore out, so I got out, which is really unfortunate because look at this thing, 30 to 29.18. I mean, even at VWAP, it never did test my break even again. But just something I'm going to have to deal with within myself. I do not want to get in the habit of staying in these things too long. Look, I'm $338 with commissions with the new CMG thing. That would be, oh, come on, brain. That would be 85, 17,000 times 0.0065. $110. I walk away $220 richer. There aren't too many people pulling out of the market. I've done it 5 days in a row. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to tempt fate. I can work on this later. I'm going to stick to my stops, stick to everything, and oh my gosh. See, I don't even want to talk about it. Alrighty, that's it.